Alright guys, remember when I said I would read these breaking down things in a video? The time has come, the walrus said. I don't know how well I'm framed right now, because I can't see, because this is my handheld. Anyways, I'm not going to say who wrote them, out of courtesy I guess, but you know who you are, and you can say so in the comments, but don't lie, because I'll know if you're lying. But anyway, right. With this one, I was supposed to read this note. So, here's the note. This is for people on VH.net. I'm doing this solely to make you laugh, and I think you will appreciate this more than anyone else. Picture our Jake/Noah as Jacob, and Van/Luke as Edward. Role reversal, baby. Ha ha. I love you guys. Sorry, I know I said that totally like impersonal, but I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Breaking down, told from Jacob's point of view. I kept pacing back and forth. For someone whose body heat was well beyond normal, I was never sweaty. However, today, right now, as I contemplated going in, my hands were drenched. I needed to just go in there and say what I needed to get off my chest before it was too late. It's not as if they would ever return the feelings. I knew that, but I had to try. I had to get it. I had to get it out there. I reached for the doorknob to the room I knew they would be in. Oh God, what am I doing? I should just go back. No, I need to do this. I cracked open the door and saw them. Jasper, Emmett, and Edward. I could feel my adrenaline start to rush, and I knew I needed to calm myself if I were going to talk to him in a collected manner. I felt like I completely ruined the good mood of the room when I opened the door all the way and they saw me. They were laughing and toasting before, but instantly grew serious. Could they drink champagne? That's besides the point. Stay focused. Edward, can I speak to you for a minute? I asked in my most put-together tone. He looked somewhat pleased to see me, which threw me completely off, but that was a good thing. A very, very good thing. Of course. Does Bella know you're here? Edward asked with a smile. Well, not exactly. Anyway, can we talk? Alone, please? Edward looked at his brothers, gave them a glance, and said aloud, No, I'm not worried at all. Go see if Alice needs help or something. Emmett and Jasper also exchanged a glance and reluctantly walked out of the room. I heard a low snarl from one of them, but I really didn't care. I'm all yours, said Edward as the door closed. I half smiled quickly, then went back to my more serious face. Listen, Jacob, if you've come here to tell me that I shouldn't marry Bella, that's exactly why I'm here, actually, but not for the reason you think. It was quiet for a moment, and then he broke it with, All right, you've intrigued my interest enough. Go on. See, there's this thing werewolves do. No, really more of something that happens to them, I said, almost muttering to myself. Anyway, it's called imprinting. Yes, I know. Bella told me about it before. What is that? Wait, you've imprinted on Bella? His voice got more loud and annoyed with each word in the last sentence. Well, I thought I did. Another silence. Okay, Jacob, I'm completely lost. I took a few steps closer. Have you ever loved something you're not supposed to? Yes, Bella, obviously. So you get it. Get what? Haven't you always wondered? I was very much so invading his personal space right now. He smelled horrible usually, but for some reason, he didn't right now. Jacob, what's wrong? Nothing, I whispered. I closed the gap in between us with my lips. A few moments later... Sorry. Calming down. Okay. I closed the gap in between us with my lips. A few moments later, he placed his hands on my chest and shoved me across the room. You kissed me, he said angrily. Oh, please, don't get all biatchy now. You kissed me back, I said, getting up. But I'm not. I love Bella. Look, I thought I loved Bella too. I mean, this just happened recently. I had no idea. Jacob, I'm getting married, he said, stressing the last word, to a woman. Gay marriage is legal in California, you know. I am not marrying you. Oh, come on. I mean, what's hotter than a forbidden romance, right? Okay, he started in a low whisper, barely audible. Yeah, I want it too. So bad. But I have to do what's traditional. Edward, it's the 2000s. It's cool now. Kinda. Ugh, I can't deal with this. What if for right now I just find you a nice girl? Here, he said, pulling back a curtain to a window and peering outside. What about that girl? Amira? Oh God, no. Are you kidding me? She's so whiny. Besides, she's a girl. Okay then, what about him? He said, pointing to a familiar face. Tony? Slutty Tony? Yeah, I'm not that desperate. This is stupid. I just want you. You can't have me. You know, when people tell me I can't have something, it just makes me want it more. It makes me fight harder to get it. Leave! Fine, I said in a snarky tone. But just so you know, for future reference, my truck is pretty big. Big enough for 2 people, or not exactly living people can have fun. Jake, get out! I did finally leave after a few more attempts for him to choose me. I decided it wasn't in my best interest to stick around for the wedding. I don't care how cute he thought Bella was, he belonged to me. A few weeks later, post-honeymoon, in Edward's room. Edward? Shh, he said, laughing playfully inches away. I wanted to do this since you first walked in, haven't you? You know I have, but she's right out there. I can't stand being around you and not touching you, he whispered, touching my arm. Is that why my heart is beating so fast? I said, nodding toward his hands. Just breathe. This time he filled the gap between us, and that's how we're for, well, the rest of eternity. The end. Oh my God. Oh jeez, I don't know how. That was 7 minutes, so I'm just gonna end this and start the next one again later. Oh, that was amazing. Okay. Bella stared at Mike in utter horror. She gasped. She could not believe it. What? She finally managed... Oh, wait, I totally read that wrong. What? She finally managed to whisper. Maybe she misheard. Yeah, that was it. She misheard him. I'm leaving you, Mike repeated. I'm sorry, Bella, but this just isn't working. I thought I loved you, but that was until I actually started spending time with you. God, you're annoying. You're always whining about something. I found someone more interesting, who's not always so me. Is it Jessica? Bella whimpered, her worst fears confirmed. What? Mike's eyes widened. Nah, I'm way over her. In fact, she's almost as irritating as you are. She's just not as good looking. Then who? Sniffed Bella. First Edward, then Jacob, now Mike? Is it Angela? I thought I saw her smiling at you at our wedding, stupid skank. No, not Angela. You know him. Think. Mike said evasively. Him? Oh my God, I thought James was dead. Who? No, Bella, you ditz. Think, I know you're capable. Bella thought. It was hard work. Finally, she remembered. Eric Yorkie was over here yesterday. You got it, said Mike. Bye, have a nice life. And if you want to keep your next husband, if you get an ex-husband, don't talk so much. The doorbell rang and Mike gleefully ran off to meet Eric. Scene switch. Bella wandered along the beach of La Push, depressed. She had been so sure Mike would not get bored of her like Edward and Jacob had. She looked out at the iron gray water. She had not been to La Push for a few years, since that day Jacob had tried to run from her. And as he made his mad escape, he ran out into traffic and was crushed by a bus. Finally, she saw it. The cliff. It seemed to glow with holy light. The answer to all her problems. She ran to it. Once atop the cliff, she gazed down at the water's thrashing waves. She took a step closer. No werewolves to save her this time. She took another step, then chickened out. Her father didn't know how to cook. She didn't want Charlie to starve to death. She began to start back towards the woods. However, as she turned, she slipped on one of the rocks, wet from recent rain, and so fell to her death. The end.